Xubuntu 23.10 Mantic Miniature. So the ISO was released 2 days ago. So this is a stable ISO file and the stable release. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. And I forgot to mention that I'm running it on a virtualization, which is VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM, and I have like a i5 12th gen 1240p CPU. So here is the welcome screen of a Xubuntu. You can choose the live boot or you can directly install in the hard disk directly from here. So first you need to choose your language here. There are a lot of languages available for the installation or for the live boot. So in my opinion, it's always a good option to go with the live boot first. After satisfied, then go with the installation, because if you find any bugs or anything like that, it will be a bit of problem while installing. So that's the reason, always go with the live boot first and use it for a few hours, and if you're satisfied, go with the installation. So let me first quickly live boot. Let's click on try Xubuntu, and it's going to take a few seconds and it will boot it in a live boot for us. So here is the desktop layout of a Xubuntu 23.10 Mantic Miniature. So let's first open the task manager. So we can see the system resources, how much of resources it consumes. So right now CPU is almost like under 25%, and the RAM is almost 1.1 GB of 4 GB of RAM. So let's check about the task manager. Version is 1.5.5. So let's close it. So this is the at the beginning of the video of RAM and the CPU, and process are 293. So let me keep that aside and change the display resolution. I didn't change the display resolution because the we need to see the resources of the Xubuntu, how much of resources it consumes without changing or touching any application. So let's first change the display resolution. So let's keep that in the right side corner, so you can see throughout the video of what will be going in the CPU and RAM. So right now it's almost 1.2 GB, just like 2 minutes of launching the Linux distro or booting the Linux distro. So let's go to their official website by launching the internet browser, which is Firefox web browser. And the version should be 118.0.1 of the Firefox web browser, because in every Ubuntu flavor I seen the version of 118, and I should be expecting the same version in the Xubuntu also. So as you can see, it's almost 118.0.1. This is a 0.1 update. So let's first type in something like about support. So you'll get some of the information. So as you can see, you can just pause the video and read everything, or you can just change the playback speed in the YouTube settings, which should be default 1.0, and change it to 0.25, and you should be seeing everything in a slow-mo, or you can just pause the video and read everything. So these are some of the important information. So let's go to their official website. So my keyboard messed up, so let's type in again. So I'm using other search engine because my VPN triggers the Google reCAPTCHA if I search with a Google. So that's the reason I'm choosing the other search engine. You can go with the Google or DuckDuckGo, whatever you are having a search engine by default. So let's type in the search term as the Xubuntu, and you should be seeing a official website, which is xubuntu.org, or you can directly type in the xubuntu.org in the search bar. So this is the official website. As you can see, it's already here in the home screen. So you can directly download from here, and it is supported until July 2024. You should remember this thing because you can go with the other options. I think the official website also recommends the other option like a 22.04 like that, because it should be supported until 2025. So you need to remember this. It's already 2023 for October, so it's just a few months here. So remember that thing. Click on download. So you should be seeing a lot of options here to download. Choose whatever you want and you can just directly download from here, or you can just go with the, right now they have like a torrent options here. If you want to download it, you can just directly type in like a ubuntu.com. Let me show that. Ubuntu.com. For some reason my keyboard is not properly working. No problem, let's type in like that. And you need to go for the search and type in Xubuntu 23.10 and hit on enter. So you can choose anything first option, and I am going to show you how to remove this. Just remove the all this part. You need to type in this URL if you directly want to go to there. So go to the releases and you should be seeing all the versions. Click on 23.10 releases and here it is, Ubuntu 23.10. You can directly type in this URL in the search bar to go to their directly download link. Ubuntu 3.0 of file size. This is the 3 GB of file size, and here is the version Ubuntu 23.10 AMD 64-bit, and you already have the minimal ISO file, so it's a 1.7 GB. I will always recommend this one. It's clearly up to you. If you want to choose the minimal one, you can go with this, or you can directly go to this option. It's clearly up to you. So that's the downloading process. Let's go to the release notes and check the release notes. So here is the release page with some of the information, or you can directly go to the blog and go to the news. Click on news, and here is the news. Ubuntu 23.10 released. So the changes are here, as you can see. Highlights: improved hardware support for Bluetooth, headphones and touchpad, color emoji, improved screensaver, known issues. You can just pause the video and read everything, or you can just directly go to their official website and read everything here. So latest updates from Xfce 4.18, GNOME 45 and MAT 1.26 with a focus of stability, memory management and hardware support. So you can directly check all the information like this: updates, improved hardware, emoji. So you can directly go to their official website and read everything. So these are all the changes. There is a lot of information here. So it's always a good option to go all check out all the information and download and install it on your hard disk or a virtual disk, whatever you choose. So let's close this thing and let's open the terminal to get some of the distro information. So about terminal, it is 1.0.4. So let's make it bigger so you can properly see it. Let's type in which is inxi. This is the command which will give some of the information of the distro. It is pain to change the resolution. Let's maximize this thing. Let me change the color so you can properly see the color of the terminal. Let's load the presets, which is black and white. Now you can properly see. So it says kernel 6.0 6.5.0-9. So this is the same kernel which will be available in all the Ubuntu flavors. So you should be seeing the same version in every Ubuntu flavors. And INXI version is 3.3.29. And this is my storage. I already mentioned 60 GB of hard disk for my VMware. So let's type in INXI dash small b, hit enter. So host it says as a Xubuntu, kernel already mentioned, 64-bit, desktop is a Xfce 4.18.1, distro, and it's based on a Ubuntu 23.10. So that's the reason it says as a Ubuntu 23.10, and it's a flavor of Ubuntu. So that's the reason Ubuntu 23.10 Mantic Monitor. And it says machine as a VMware because I'm running it on a VMware. So this is my CPU information, this is my graphics information, display X11, server Xorg, version 1.21.1.7, VMwFX version 2.20.0, and display resolution is 1920 into 1080 with a 60 Hz. OpenGL version is a 4.3, Mesa is a 23.2.1, Ubuntu 3. So let's type in another command, which is inxi-G, hit enter. So here is the some of the information. Let's type in cat:/etc:/issue, hit enter. So again it messed up. Let me type it again. Hit enter. It says as a Ubuntu 23.10. So let's try the NeoFetch now. Hit enter. NeoFetch is not pre-installed, so let's copy the command to install. Let me paste it. Hit enter. Click on Y for yes. It's going to take a few seconds to install the NeoFetch, and we should be seeing the NeoFetch in a few seconds. It will take a maximum of 20 to 30 seconds. Reading database. So let's wait for a few more seconds, and we should be seeing the NeoFetch. So let's type in NeoFetch now. Hit enter. So here is the NeoFetch. All the information is here. Let's type in another command, inxi-sv8. So this is the command which will grab the complete distro information. So you'll get all the information here. So let me show that. The system information, machine information, memory, PCI slot, CPU, vulnerabilities, graphics, display, screen, monitor, all the information is here. You can just pause the video and read everything. And the audio information, pipewire 0.3.7.7-79, and the ELSA version is a K6.5.0. and you already have the network information also here. Bluetooth, as you can see. If you have Bluetooth, you should be seeing the Bluetooth information there. A partition, swap, USB, sensors, repos, process, all the information is here. You can just pause the video and read everything. So let's type in Htop now. Hit enter. Htop is also not pre-installed, so we need to install the Htop. The version is a 3.2.2-2. Let's copy it. Let's paste it. Hit enter. It's going to take like a 20 seconds as like the NeoFetch, and it should be installed in a few seconds. Let's type in Htop. So here is the Htop complete information. So this is the Htop. So let's close this thing, and let's go to the installation. You can execute by right clicking, launch anyway. And the CPU is almost like it's not stable, but the RAM is almost 1.4 GB, and you don't get the new installer as the Ubuntu. You still get the old Xubuntu installer. So first you need to choose the language. So if you already know how to install it, you don't need to watch the video, you just can skip the video. This is for newcomers or the new users for the who are new for the Linux. So you need to first choose the language, click on continue. You need to choose your keyboard layout. Mine is English United States. You can choose your language here. I'm choosing the English United States default. There are also Russian and Hawaiian in the bottom, so you can choose that if you want. Let's click on continue. You can even detect your keyboard layout by clicking on that. Download updates while installing Xubuntu. It's good option. You can even click this option for third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware, which will help in Wi-Fi and other info graphics, all the things. So if you don't want, you just can uncheck and do that later. It's clearly up to you. Click on continue. It's going to prepare the Ubuntu drivers. It's going to take like a maximum of 30 to 40 seconds. So instead of waiting for this, let's check desktop features like date and calendar, volume. You can just customize the volume control here by clicking on audio mixer, recording, output devices, input devices, configuration. So let's get back to the installation. So by choosing the erase disk and install Xubuntu, it's going to delete the current operating system in your hard disk, and it's going to erase everything. So if you're choosing a virtual disk, no need to worry, it's going to delete the virtual disk. So if you choose the something else, it's going to give you the option of a dual booting or the manual partitioning. Like you should be having like a dual operating system in your hard disk. So if you want to do that, you can go with the something else, or you can directly go with the option erase disk and install Ubuntu. You need to properly choose your hard disk, because if you choose other hard disk, it's going to delete everything. So be careful while that choosing the option. Advanced features, you will be having erase disk and use CFS, encrypt the new Ubuntu installation for security. This is a new option, I guess. So you can customize these things and click on install now, and it will give you the username and password. You need to provide the username, password, all these things in the next option. So it's going to take like a 5 to 10 minutes hardly. Completely depends on your PC, and if you have a stable ISO file, it should be very quick. So if you have like a development ISO file or a beta ISO file, it should be a bit of delay there. So this is a stable ISO file, so it should be quick. So I'm not going to install because I need to make another video, so that's the reason I'm not going to install it. So let's quit it. So till now we didn't see anything like a lag or freeze or anything crashes in the Ubuntu 23.10. So let's try to open like almost like a 10 to 12 apps and see whether it handles or it just crashes. So let's open like a bunch of apps like a web browser, mail reader, software. Let's even open like a lot of apps still. Let's go to the accessories, and there is a bit of delay because of the LibreOffice, so that was not an issue. I tried to open all the apps once, so that's the reason it was a bit of delay there. So there is nothing wrong with the distro. Let's go with the accessories. Let's open the mouse pad. Let's even open the screenshot. Games, we don't need to open the games. Let's open GIMP. Under the graphics, image viewer, document scanner. Under the internet, I think we already opened the Thunderbird, so no need to open it again. Xchat, multimedia, parallel media player. Let's even open the rhythm box. Under the office, we already opened the LibreOffice, so let's open dictionary. So as you can see, it is pretty much fast. It's opening instantly, and the RAM is almost like a 2.5 GB of opening all these apps. As you can see in the panel, it's almost like a 10 to 12 apps, I guess, maybe more than that. You can count it if you want. You can pause the video and count all the apps. So let's open appearance. Let's open the what we have left here is software and updates. Let's even open the Synaptic package manager. So you don't see any crash or anything like that. There is a bit of delay in opening apps because we are constantly opening the apps at once, so that's the reason there is a bit of delay. So not that much of delay, and we shouldn't consider that because we are opening at once, so that's the reason it's taking a bit of time there. So as you can see, that's a good stable ISO file. Settings, I think we opened everything, I guess. Let's open the window manager tweaks. We are good with all the applications. As you can see, there is no crash or anything like that, and there is no freeze or anything like that. And the RAM is almost 70%, which is a 2.6 GB. CPU is almost stable, almost like a under 25%. Processors running like a 319. Let me maximize this thing. So as you can see, these are all the processors running right now. So I think that's pretty much good ISO file. We didn't see any crashes. Almost I used the Linux distro almost like a 30 minutes now. In 30 minutes I didn't feel any lag or any crash or anything like that. So there was no delay also. Just when opening apps, that's common. So other than that, there is nothing any lag or anything like that. You can see it's pretty much opening everything instantly. So as you can see here, there is no delay. So let's check the version and end the video. So let's first check the version of a Thunderbird, which should be Supernova 115.3.1, which is same in every Ubuntu flavor because I made all the Ubuntu flavor videos for 23.10. So let's close the Thunderbird, and we already saw the Firefox version, so no need to check that again. Let's check the GIMP version 2.10.34. Let's close this thing also. Let's check the LibreOffice version 7.6.2.1. Again, this is the same version in every Ubuntu flavor, so let's close that thing also. Rhythmbox, let's check the version 3.4.7. Let's even close this thing. Let's see the Synaptic package manager. Version is 0.91.3. So these are all the installed packages. The box with a green highlighted and with a tick mark is the installed packages. You can see the installed version and the latest version here. Let me scroll it down. So if you want to see all the information, you can just pause the video, or you can just change the playback speed to 0.25 in the YouTube settings, and you should be seeing in a slow-mo. So let's see the other options or other apps. Mousepad version is a 0.6.1. Let's close this thing. Parallel media player 4.18 because it's Xfce. So software and updates, you can customize these options. It's clearly up to you. You can choose the main server for United States, other. You can choose anything you want. So close that thing. So notifications, you can change all these options. It's clearly customizable. It's clearly up to you to customize these options. So let's close that thing also. Window manager tweaks. These are all the options. Let's close this thing also. Document viewer 1.26 because it's a Mac desktop environments application. Document scanner 44.0. Appearance, there are like 5 themes, I guess. Advaita dark, Greybird, Greybird dark, high contrast, Numix. I'll choose this one. So there are other icon sets here like 7 to 8, and fonts you can customize. Settings, XChat, dictionary, 0.8.5, image viewer, 0.13.1, screenshot, file manager, which is Tuner 4.18.7, and the software manager 45.0. These are all the installed applications. And the updates, you don't have any updates because this is a stable ISO file which is released 2 days ago, so that's the reason you don't have any updates. Maybe in a week you should be getting some updates. So what we left here is some wallpapers. Let's check the wallpapers here. So these are all the wallpapers available with this Ubuntu 23.10, and the menu and icons. I think we pretty much covered everything, I guess. Internet, notification, power manager, settings. You can customize all this according to your PC. So I think we covered almost everything, so it's time to end the video, I guess. So I already made other videos of 23.10 of Ubuntu flavors. If you want, you can check that out too. At the end of the video, the RAM is almost a 1.7 GB, and these are all the processors running right now, which is 302, and CPU is around like below 35%. So I think that's the end of the video. So if you want to check that other videos, you can just check the videos in my channel, which is already available. So let's end the video. So these are setting managers. I think I didn't show you that. So these are all the setting managers which were already available in the previous version, so no need to go through all these things. So let's go log out and check the logout screen and end the video. We need to wait for a few seconds for this. Xfce session, Xubuntu session, languages, accessibility, date and time, and shutdown. So it's a live session user. So if you created an account, you should be seeing with your account if you installed in your hard disk. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.